Hey, what's up, guys? How's everybody doing this fine week? Still rainy here, so that is what it is. Oh, by the way, just ignore that asteroid on my forehead. It won't come to you unless you call its name, so just be nice. Um, Today we'll be using the Assured razor. This is the, I think, dollar razor from Dollar Tree or something like that. LP sent this. And just for comparison, this is the Yuma that Alex sent. And that's the size difference. When I first had this, I thought this was like the smallest razor ever made. No. Then the Yuma came, right? And I'm holding them side by side. The Yuma came and, like, compared to my head, right? I have a fat head. But then I thought this was the smallest razor. And then they were like, no. There's a smaller one that Gillette made. So anyway, for the blade, we will be using these. I have a whole bunch of these. I think 100. Men smell, I don't know, whatever. But it's 10 blades that come in here. They come in this packaging. I really think this is just like a rebranded blade, honestly. There's no name on it. Super stainless steel blade. That's what this says. So we'll go with that. Oh, I do have pre-shave on. I don't know if you can tell or not. My eyes are watering. Excuse the tears. Because we are using PAA, Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, the original cube, and it is mentholated. So let's see. Yeah, so this is a double wrapped blade. So again, I don't know who actually manufactures this. I tried to look it up, the Men Smell brand, but there's no information on who actually makes these. So they're unbranded blades. So I am going to put that into our Assured razor. Just a little twist to open, very reminiscent of the Vanderhagen twist to open. So we'll go ahead and close those doors. Very nice alignment. Let me look down the channels there, make sure that there's no flex in the blade. There's not. Perfect. All right, yeah, hope everybody had a good weekend. Like I said, excuse the tears. Honestly, I don't know, menthol just really gets me. Really gets me in the eyes. And then we'll be going RazoRock Sicily today for the shave. And following up with that whole RazoRock theme, we will be using the 24mm RazoRock Barber synthetic. This puck is brownish in color, obviously cracked. It's dry. The scent notes on this is fresh bergamot, sweet almond over a base of vanilla and creamy woods. First and foremost, vanilla. Very, very strong vanilla. I actually like vanilla, so for me, this is a very good soap. Very good smelling soap. I may get a little bit of the tart slash citrusy from the bergamot, but as far as creamy woods, I really don't know how to take that. So we'll just get lathering here. So yeah, how was your weekend? We had a ton of rain. Today it rained, it just wasn't too bad. It's keeping the yard wet enough to where I can't mow it or weed eat. I mean, I guess I could weed eat or weed whack depending on where you live, but I don't know if there's just no point, right? Because like weed eating, like, yeah, the edges will look good, but then you still have like grass that's up to my shins, so it doesn't really matter. I typically do it all within one day. If I can't do it within one day, I definitely do it the following day. So we just need to let the yard get a little bit more dry. Speaking of dry, I'm going to add a little bit of water to the bottom of this. Just a little bit of water I put in the thing there. You can see it. So yeah, we're just having a slow, relaxing shave here. Gonna load heavy. RazoRock's a very good soap. I always rave every time I use it about its price, you know, just the overall performance, the price, the amount you're getting in the tub, that type of thing. I mean, the quality is up there, no doubt. It creates a very nice lather. It's pretty easy to create the lather as well. There's no issue. All right, let's put a little bit of water on the face. I put the pre-shave on. You can see it bubbling up there. Put that on maybe a few minutes before I turned on the camera because I put it on, forgot I had to go do something, came back, so. All right, pre-shave is wet, our brush is loaded. We have a bit more than normal. I'd say I shaved last on Saturday. So anyway, the lather itself, I don't know if you can tell on the camera or not, but it's not pure white like typical lathers. It's kind of like a creamish color. Not really brown, but you know. Like I said, RazoRock has a very nice lather. I think Sicily, where's it at? RazoRock has two separate bases. Okay, this is the tallow base. Tallow, acid, hydrogen. Yeah. So this has lanolin and tallow in it, this specific soap, Sicily. If I had to pick between the two at RazoRock, I would obviously pick tallow just because I prefer tallow. But they do offer no tallow versions. Although I don't know that those versions are vegan friendly, so definitely check that out if you're thinking about RazoRock. Gonna add a little bit of water to this because we are nice and thick, which is perfect. Right, if the soap is thick, you can always add water to increase the hydration. And if the soap is too wet, you'd have to go and add more soap. So if the lather is more wet, excuse me. So I've started working. I'm gonna add some water to my Fuji mug so I can keep dipping it in there. All right. There we go. Nice. So I can just paint the water in. I've started the videos, I've started creating the content for the Tatra blade, T-A-T-R-A, that LP scent. So I'll be doing a little short, 2 minute, maybe 3 minute. This one may be a little longer, just depending on the blade. I actually haven't shaved with it yet, but I've started recording the other things. The pictures with it and like the video kind of going around showing the blade and what I used for that shave, which will be identical to the last one. The RazoRock with third base plate. Actually I used my magnet brush, didn't I? I'll have to look. I think it's the magnet brush and yeah. The same Parazo soap. All right, I think we're well hydrated enough. Very nice. Yeah, you can't go wrong with RazoRock, honestly. And they have a ton of scents too. That's also kind of, most artisans at this point, in the game have a lot of scents. All right, the Assured. Let's do our first pass. Gonna go very slow. Typically want to have a lot of growth. More than a day or two. I have pretty good shaves. I guess that extra growth kind of helps. The Assured razor is aggressive, no doubt. And I'm getting a little bit of tugging from the blade. Had a bump there. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of tugging. We'll keep going. We'll see. I mean, it looks okay, but we never really know. Like I said, I did not too long, maybe 10-15 minutes trying to find, what kind of blade this is, where it's made, that type of thing, but I couldn't. So not so bad. Still have some of that menthol to the face. Oh yeah, nice and cool. First pass, the aggression of the blade. I definitely feel the blade due to the Assured's aggressiveness, but the actual blade itself, I feel like is lacking a little bit in the sharpness department. Now, I had a good bit of growth, and as you all know, I have wire whiskers, so that could have been the reason. Now that it's kind of knocked down, maybe it'll be a little better. We'll see here. As I'm brushing on my face now, I'm not feeling any like prickly or kind of like burning sensation on the face like I do after I get a really bad first pass and have like irritation. So I'm not getting any of that. If I were getting any of that, I would definitely change the blade out, but seems okay. Like I said, maybe it was just some of the growth. All right. Clean up a little bit. And let's go across the growth. Lots of feedback on this little Assured. Nicked myself up here. It's like a very tinny sound, right? I'm not sure how many of you well, I'm sure everyone here has heard of CrossFit, but it's a very niche, thing. And they had the Granite Games on this weekend. So since it was raining so much and I was inside a lot, although I did a lot inside as far as house chores, I had that playing pretty much whenever it was on this weekend, the Granite Games. Really interesting, It's a lot of work, but they have to enjoy it to want to do that. I look at it as like, masochism, running like, I don't know, a mile and then lifting, 80-pound balls, throwing them over your shoulder 100 times, and then pulling yourself up on a rope and doing pull up, all kind of things that they do for fitness and whatnot. But it's fun to watch. I remember when I was little, I used to watch all of the strongman competitions. They'd have those on the weekends, America's Strongman or whatever it was, and that was always pretty fun to watch as well. I don't know if they do that anymore, honestly. If they do, I never see it, but it's definitely really neat, to watch that kind of stuff. I always enjoyed it as a kid. Something else I watched whenever I saw it and found it really interesting was, and I don't know the name of this, but they had Canada. It was basically, they had Sweden, Canada. I think those Sweden, Canada, and the US were kind of the top dogs back when I used to watch it. But it's basically like I said, I don't know the name of it, like lumber workers. That doesn't really explain it, but they'll use axes and chainsaws and that type of thing with wood, and they'll have a tournament and they'll have like a block of wood that they have to that's vertical, and then they have to use an axe and chop like a little V cut, basically stick a board in it, crawl up on that board, stand on it, cut another V cut, and get all the way to the top. And there's another one with a chainsaw where it's a log. It's like 10 times the size of my hand right now, but where they where they get the chainsaw and they race for who can cut through the log the fastest. So yeah, I always found those type of things very intriguing, entertaining for sure. Definitely a little bit more tugging against the growth here. I can't say I wasn't expecting it, but I thought something was going on in the house earlier today. In this bathroom, actually. So if you watched the shaved-in tour, where I kind of like show this counter here, you'll see on this side is like my wife's stuff, and on this side is my stuff. And anyway, so I came in here. I was cleaning the tub. And my wife was in the master bathroom with our son, and so I had my phone, so I stopped cleaning. I texted her real quick. Then I started cleaning again, and then I hear like this ringing noise, but it's muffled, And so I'm like, I'm looking around and I'm like, what the heck is that? And it's not her phone, it's not her ringtone or anything. I'm like, what is that? And it didn't happen again. I sat there for a minute or two, didn't hear it again, so I went ahead and started. And she responded to me, and then, you know, I stopped again, and instead of yelling through the house, I texted her back. And a few seconds later, I hear the same noise, and I'm like, what is going on? Well, it ended up being, and it was, you know, it's happening all real time and quick, so I didn't really have time to think of like, what was that noise? But for Mother's Day, I bought her a smartwatch, and yeah, so whenever she gets a, you know, text message, it goes to her smartwatch as well. It was sitting on her side of the counter, but it had the towel over it. It had this little hand towel over it that we use to dry our hands. And so I didn't even think to like look under it, you know. Plus the water from the bathtub was running. I didn't really know where it was coming from. So it was just a very, it's like, what is going on? Where's that noise coming from? And I didn't put two and two together until the third time I responded. And then I didn't have the water running. I responded, and I'm like sitting here waiting. Then I hear it, and so I lift up the towel and see it. So, but yeah, that was something I was like, what the heck is happening right now? All right, there we go. Do our little cleanup pass on the neck. Hope you guys are enjoying yourself. What are we at? 21 minutes? Like I said, I'm gonna like do a slowish shave. I'm not trying to rush anything. I have time, you know. Yeah, this specific blade is gonna definitely be like a one and done for me. Honestly, I probably shouldn't even be doing this pass with it, because my neck is very sensitive and I definitely feel it pulling right now on my neck, but I'm almost done. I have a meeting. I wouldn't even be doing like a touch-up pass on my neck, but I have to wear, we're rinsing with cold water now. I have to wear a long sleeve, you know, dress shirt, essentially, work shirt for the meeting. And I don't want to, I find that when I have a little bit of stubble on my neck, like the shirt actually irritates me more, I guess, because it's constantly rubbing on the stubble and the stubble's moving in the follicle. I think that's how it works. But if I shave and there's no, you know, visible or stubble that you could feel, it doesn't, I don't get that irritation. So, but I say that now, and I just used a somewhat dull blade, so I may actually get some irritation. There's witch hazel, and we will be using rose petal. This is the alcohol-free version. Floral scent. I realize that's not for everybody. It was not for me when I first got it. But it doesn't linger, you know. Within 5 minutes, this complete scent will be gone. And yeah. So, like I showed you, we will be using the matching splash. RazoRock Sicily splash. I'm just kind of cleaning up down here really quick. Some of you use alum. I know that. You've told me you use alum in your shaves. You know, I used to have the it was like Gentleman John's alum block or whatever. I bought it off of Amazon at the very, very beginning. And well, a lot of little weepers. So yeah, I used to use it, but I don't know. I felt like, I know it's supposed to help with irritation and that type of thing, to kind of close up the pores and whatnot. But for me, I find that using just cold water after my last pass, rinsing good, and then Thayer's or just a straight up splash after kind of, you know, remedies the irritation. So I don't really use alum anymore. I do still have my styptic pencil. It's in the other bathroom though. I need to bring it over here since I shave here. But yeah, I do still have the styptic. Oh yeah, nice. My wife says this smells like candy because of the vanilla. Now, I don't know of any candy that's like strictly vanilla candy, but okay. To me, there is a... This is going to be something else. I don't know if you guys have snowballs. And here in the South, Florida, Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, those are all the places I've had snowballs. It's basically, some places may call it shaved ice, although it's not the same thing. It's very finely ground ice. And you basically get a cup, you pile that stuff, the ice, all in the cup, and you add flavoring. And you essentially just put a straw in it and you drink the flavoring in the ice. Snowball. And for me, there's one, so when I get snowballs, I typically get like spearmint or Bahama Mama, which is a very fruity flavor. There's also another one that I like called Ninja Turtle. I think that's the name of it, Ninja Turtle, or Ninja Turtles. That is a very strange flavor. It's kind of like, sorry, I'm gonna turn the water down a little bit while I'm talking. I'm cleaning out the brush. Ninja Turtle is kind of like, you know that zebra chewing gum? Kind of like, it doesn't have a specific flavor, but it's like a whole bunch of, that's what Ninja Turtle is. And then there's another one that I haven't had in a very long time. That's what this Sicily scent smells like. I think there is vanilla bean in that type of flavoring, so I think that's where I'm getting, you know, the comparison from. But yeah, it smells really nice. You have to kind of like vanilla to like this RazoRock Sicily, you know, scent. But yeah, I like vanilla, so. All right, brush is clean. I'm gonna rinse out the side of the tub here. All right, that's it. I'll basically just set this down. What I typically do is the lid of the soaps and that, since I kind of rinsed it out, I'll kind of set it like that and just kind of let everything drain here with a towel under this portion. And then once that's completely dry in there, I'll let it sit up like this and just dry for 24 hours. And then I'll store it. And I've never had an issue. The only issue I've had doing that was with a tin, and I actually had a little bit of rust pop up on the edge of the tin. Well, I just put that over there, but I'll use this for an example. If this were tin and I have it sitting like that, where the water was dripping down into the towel, I had a little bit of rust, like a rust line right there. So that did happen once. So I cleaned it out. I took out the soap, I cleaned it out, and it was actually one of my Pretty Provence, my bergamot thyme. Is that what it is? The green one? You haven't seen that soap in a while, and that's why. I can use the soap. The soap is perfectly fine. But, yeah, the tin is kind of what was ruined on that. I feel very good. Very smooth. No issue whatsoever. Against the growth. Perfectly smooth. You can see all the weepers kind of have stopped. I have a little bit of irritation here. Right there, right here. That's where I cut myself or mowed off whatever was there. All right, let's go with a balm. Let's use, we'll use Parasso. Let's use some Parasso. Huh? Yeah, let's do that. Let's shake it up. Do you have to shake it up? No. Parasso. Oh. this is a much better scent for my nose over Paraso. So we will go ahead and does not want to come out. It's like struggling. Come on. There we go. All right, cool. Have enough. Whisk it through the hands. Definitely want to get it down here on the irritation because I don't want that. I was talking to Thomas D earlier, emailing. And, Lingophile too. I emailed Lingophile. And we were talking about, I forgot how we got on the subject of weightlifting. Anyway. Yeah, I've been lifting weights for the past few weeks. Probably 3 weeks now. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. And, so yeah, we were talking about that. And then Lingophile and I were talking about, Thomas was going hiking after we finished our conversation. So, hope everything went good with that. Put some of that on a Bose. So Lingophile and I were talking about putting up shelving. So like right over here, I don't know, the camera's probably not going to pick it up, but like right over here on the wall is where I'm going to have some shelving, I think. And I'll probably record the whole thing, like taking measurements, have a stud finder. I really doubt. You hear the difference? That's hollow. That's a stud. So there's only one stud running in that wall. So anyways, I've done very, very little, like very minute work as far as like, you know, doing stuff. I did some stuff in my son's room actually. But so yeah, I kind of know what I'm doing, but I don't, like, I'm not a professional at all. So some of the stuff that I might record is going to be wonky compared to like a master carpenter or whatever. So, but you know, it is what it is. All right, guys, that's the shave. I've taken up enough of your time. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next shave. Have a good week, guys. Have a good week. You make the day good. The day doesn't start good. You have to make it good. Good attitude, move forward, help others, and don't get too frustrated because, like, we're all in this together, right? See you next time, guys.